Hello, I'm Nancy Brown, Chief Executive Officer of the American Heart Association. It is my pleasure to share this Go Red experience with you. The American Heart Association is a relentless champion of women's health. 17 years ago, Go Red for Women made its debut, and our passion has continued to burn bright every day since. We look ahead with laser focus to raise awareness that cardiovascular disease is the #1 health threat to all women everywhere. To engage women from all walks of life to take charge of their health and prevent chronic disease by making healthy lifestyle changes. To close gender gaps in clinical research through Research Goes Red and level the playing field for women in science careers through STEM Goes Red. And foundational is to shake up systems that minimize women's health complaints and limit their access to quality care. Go Red for Women is not just a moniker, it is a movement. And this movement is all about you. You are the face, you are the voice, and you are the vision. Together, we will save our mothers, sisters, daughters, and ourselves. There's no greater force than women united with passion and purpose. Be bold, demand change, fight for a healthy lifestyle, live fierce. Thank you for keeping the movement burning bright.
Honestly, the day had been pretty normal. Oh, honey, if you hold your hands over the bowl, that won't happen.
Mom, what's the largest state in the U.S.?
By population or landmass?
Population.
Population would be California, and landmass would be Alaska.
Mom, is this okay?
No, Goof, that's too big.
You're too big.
What do you mean I'm too big? You're too big.
Hey, they're perfect. Just like my perfect, wonderful children. Hey, Jeff. Yeah. No, I'm not busy. No, the file, I set it on your desk next to the Redmond. Yes. Okay, no problem.
Hello,
Bye.
hon. You know where my sneakers are?
Your sneakers are in the laundry room. I washed them.
You're the best.
Dad, what's the capital of California?
Los Angeles.
Sacramento.
Are you okay, hon?
Yeah, I just had a long day. It's probably heartburn.
You heard that. Drink some milk.
Oh, this needs more garlic. I'm hot. You guys hot?
Mommy, are you okay?
I feel like this jacket is squeezing me.
I'm gonna hop in the shower.
Okay. Garlic.
Mom, what are you doing?
Okay, why don't you guys go wash up and I'm just gonna set the table. Oh, whoopsie daisy.
Mom, I think you might be having a heart attack.
What? No.
Just here.
Oh,
I'm gonna go wash up.
I'm just gonna sit down here. Hi. Yeah, I'm so sorry to bother you. I know that you are super busy, but I think I might be having a heart attack. Oh, well, nothing much. Just some jaw pain, dizziness, a little nausea, shortness of breath, and some really intense chest pain, and yeah, a little bit of sweating. Oh, okay. Well, thanks. Oh, can you tell him to hurry? Because I'm trying to get my kids fed and in bed by 8. Thanks, I appreciate it. Okay. Honey, can you have those meatballs out of the oven by 6:28? So it wasn't heartburn. I never thought I could have a heart attack. But heart disease is the #1 killer of women in America. I was so busy taking care of everyone else that I just wasn't taking
babe.
care.
I still can't find my sneakers.
Laundry room! I wasn't taking care of myself. So now I take care of my heart and I make sure all the women in my life do the same.
Heart's looking great, babe.
Find out more from the American Heart Association. GoRedForWomen.org.
Boom.
I'm Shannon Hilaire. I live in Papillion, Nebraska with my husband of 5 years and our almost 2-year-old Holiday. She's a lot of fun. For my regular job, I work for the American Heart Association. I'm their communications director for the state of Nebraska. What I do normally is I get to work with survivors of heart disease and stroke and work with them to tell their stories. It's a little different for me.
She's a very personable person, somebody who's really fun and easy to get along with. She cares a lot about others. She's just a really good person to share your life with.
Shannon, she lights up a room. Like, she takes time to notice people for who they are. She just has a way of making you feel like you're the only one in the room and yet entertaining the whole room at the same time.
Working for the American Heart Association, every headache, every heartburn, everything is a stroke, is a heart attack in your head. When I went in for our 20-week ultrasound with our daughter, I kept asking about congenital heart defects too, to the point where they were like, do you have this in your history? I said, no, it's an occupational hazard. It's where we work. You hear about it so much that you're a little bit more aware of it. And I didn't think it would hit home as quickly as it did. With your first pregnancy, you don't have a frame of reference, and Google can be really scary. It was really early on. Lots of throwing up, which a lot of women deal with. A lot of migraines, which I'd had before. Bloody noses. I have had severe carpal tunnel from like my fingertips up to my arms. And it was that way throughout pregnancy. I kind of just put a stamp on it like, this is pregnancy. It just sucks. Let's just deal with it. I was working all weekend. I was filming stories like this one, 2 in a row, back to back, the weekend of Easter. And I remember waking up and being so swollen that I literally needed my husband's assistance in like changing because the clothes didn't fit. And I thought, 8 months pregnant. And I had trouble seeing and was really woozy and my head hurt really bad. And again, 8 months pregnant. That's what I figured it was. Had an appointment on Monday, I'd bring it up then. So come Easter, felt really anxious, nothing fit. I didn't want to go because I didn't feel good.
They were late, and Shannon is never late on a holiday. She always gets like right in the middle of everyone because she's a conversationalist, and she kind of sat at the end of the table, which I thought was odd, and then she was very quiet, and I was watching her, and she was kind of pushing things around on her plate, and I asked her, how are you doing? And she said, just another headache, Mom.
So we had dinner, and my oldest brother told me, hey sis, your feet look really fat. I was like, thanks. I didn't say something nice back, but I thought about it for a few minutes, like, you're right. And my like rubber wedding ring that I was wearing didn't fit. And my mom was an OB nurse for more than 20 years, I think. And I asked her, isn't that a sign of preeclampsia?
I asked her numerous times about her blood pressure. In fact, Shannon had told me, no, my blood pressure is doing really well. Look at this, but I felt there was something wrong.
We started to go to bed, and then I remembered again. I was like, I still don't feel right. Maybe we should take my blood pressure. And we did, and it hurt to take it. A healthy reading is like 120/70. Well, my top number was close to 200, and my bottom was well over 100.
They called and told me what her blood pressure was. They had already told me they had taken it a second time, and I said, then I think you should go.
Then we got to the hospital and went to the door and used the intercom, and my husband was like, my wife's blood pressure is a little high, and I said the numbers, and it was the same thing. Come straight up.
The doctors, immediately got her into a bed and checked her blood pressure. And then at that time, I could kind of tell it was serious.
There were so many people that swarmed me all at once. And the numbers just kept creeping up. And the top number got as high as 212. The only way at this point to make the numbers better was to deliver, but my numbers were so high it wasn't safe to C-section.
Things weren't going as well as they'd liked, and they were going to push her a little bit harder, and so they wanted to put in an epidural, and I knew the stress that was going to put on her body.
The epidural made my numbers plummet really fast, and so I do remember like falling forward to my mom.
And she just went very white and non-responsive. If her blood pressure is going down, the baby is not getting circulated and is not getting oxygen, and so, holding her unconscious in my hands and listening to baby's heart rate drop, very difficult. I knew we'd bring Shannon back. I just didn't know if we'd bring the baby, how the baby was going to pull through all of that.
And I remember they said, it's time to push. I asked my husband for a hairbrush and a ponytail holder, because first impressions matter. And I was ready. This was my, I can do this. Hair up in a ponytail. Let's get this done.
I always knew that Shannon had a lot of strength, that she was a really strong individual, but just to see that was, it made me, fall in love with her even more.
She was only 4 pounds, 15 ounces, really tiny. She was swarmed by doctors, and she wasn't crying either. She was purple and little and no tears. She finally cried, and it just turned out that it took a little bit of time with her lungs.
She's a fighter just like her mommy, so.
A special moment that I'll never, obviously forget.
Health-wise, it took a bit. She was not on the growth curve like the traditional, everyone tells you my kid's this percentile. She wasn't even on that until she was almost a year. She had her own curve, and I think that kind of plays into her personality. I'm going to do it my own way.
She's a very curious kid and a very adventurous kid, and I really enjoy seeing her try to navigate the world. Her curiosity and willingness to learn and explore is something that is really inspiring to me.
I've always liked having something to look forward to, something to plan for, to decorate for, even the tiniest of celebration. I'm there and have a themed outfit for, and she was something I looked forward to my entire life, and she's something that's worth celebrating every day. So that's how we got her name. Her name is Holiday. They warn you a lot in your pre-appointments about preeclampsia. Usually it's, they're taking your blood pressure, they're taking your weight. When they finally told me what was going on, I felt like the mom guilt already. Did I do something to cause this? Why didn't I listen to my body earlier? I felt terrible all weekend. And one of the nurses had said something to me that resonates. If I had gone to bed that night, neither one of us would have made it. That hits really hard, and that's really scary to think about. If I had done something just a little bit differently, what that could have meant for us, for my husband, and all of us. So what scares me now, and being in the position that I'm in, to be aware of all of this data and all of this science and all this background, is when you have preeclampsia and you have high blood pressure during pregnancy, you have so much more likelihood of having it later on in life too, and continuing to have high blood pressure. Another thing that's really tough for me is the range of possibility of having preeclampsia issues in another pregnancy is pretty high. And so that makes me very nervous about even considering doing it again.
Yeah, I'm just grateful for the safety of my wife and my daughter. Out of all of this, that we got a beautiful gift of Holiday. She's, brought so much love and joy to our world. I'm just really happy that we're able to have a wonderful family moving forward.
I think if you're pregnant or not, you should have a blood pressure cuff at home. It's really important. to know what your number should be and to keep track of it, whether you're at high risk or not, because you might be and you don't even know it. And work with your doctor to understand what your number should be and what's normal and how you should feel.
Hello, I'm Dr. Nadia Hengush. I'm a general cardiologist at Prairie Heart Institute in Springfield, Illinois. And today I'm going to talk to you about your blood pressure. Blood pressure is basically the pressure that runs in your arteries. So it is very important to know what your blood pressure runs, not every day or every minute, but like in general, because having high blood pressure chronically can lead to disabling and fatal problems. It can involve every single organ and tissue of your body from head to toe. Now, if you are known to have hypertension and your blood pressure is high, same thing goes. You gotta check it first when you are at rest. Keep a log of it. If you have no symptoms, no acute symptoms, which is headache, shortness of breath, blurry vision, chest pain, if you have no acute symptoms, and the blood pressure is not significantly high, the 180s and above, you can sit on it, relax, take your medication, cut down your salt, and give a call to your doctor. Now, if your blood pressure is high and you are having any kind of symptoms that are worrisome for hypertensive crisis, then I would go to the emergency room immediately. One of the questions that we always get asked is, I've been taking my blood pressure medication, I feel fine, my reading is fine, do I still need those medication? And the answer is yes, absolutely, and it's a blessing that your blood pressure is controlled with those medications. It's not a matter of what kind of medication you're taking, it's a matter of what your organs, what kind of pressure your organs are seeing. So yes, you need to take your blood pressure medication, and you need to keep the lifestyle modification that your doctor has prescribed for you. What do you do at home or at work to manage your blood pressure? Number one is eat healthy. Cut down on the salt. Salt is your enemy. And salt is actually everywhere. In canned food, in cookies, everything that is processed has salt to conserve it. But also just walking, doing regular physical activity, moderate activity every day, eating healthy, veggies, losing weight, and quitting smoking. Absolutely quitting smoking. High blood pressure and smoking are a bad combination for you. So hypertension is a chronic disease that doesn't cause pain, but it hurts your organ. Once you have it, you have it for life, and you gotta be able to keep it under control. It is basically a teamwork between you, your family, and your doctor. And I'm putting the family in because they can help with lifestyle modification, low salt diet, and just doing this in an enjoyable manner. Check your blood pressure every day, every other day, depending on how high it is and how your symptoms are. Keep in close contact with your general doctor. And if things are not looking good, either acutely or if you're having symptoms, always err on the side of caution and go to the emergency room. Problems can happen with chronic hypertension. Fatal, disabling problems like stroke, heart attack, dissection. You do your part, and us as doctors will do our part and take care of you.
The world keeps changing, so my mission is turning challenges into opportunities. I'm opting in, signing up, and using my voice. Today, I recommit to my shine, for myself, for my community, for our health. There is strength and possibility, and new opportunities are coming. With the American Heart Association by my side, I'm ready to thrive because we live fierce.